everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and we are doing another episode of Tarot Talk. And this is Marina Glenn. You saw her on my channel before. Marina, tell everybody about yourself.
I'm great.
She really is, no lie.
I'm just out here just having a good old time being myself. I love my job. I'm a teacher's aide. Love it, love it, love it.
I'm sorry, but did you just win an award?
I just won an award for Support Staff of the Year at Carmichael Elementary. Woo, woo. Go Carmichael Bears!
Awesome. I think that's amazing. You put so much joy into your work, and it shows. It really does.
It makes me so happy. I love the kids. I love the staff. I mean, we got a great team too. And yeah, I love my job. It's my dream job, everything but the paycheck.
Yep. Teachers don't get paid enough.
No. But, hopefully that'll change someday.
Yes.
We just need to shift the world's conscience to be more towards, nurturing and less towards consuming.
What do you do in your spare time?
Let me see. I'm a crafter. I'm an artist. I love to do all things that have to do with crafting and
There's
art.
something on the side of the cottage.
We just finished putting up the mural. Like the stencil is up, and a lot of it is painted. And hopefully we can get some of that done today too. Maybe I can do flowers.
Ooh, yes. Mm-hmm. The beautiful leaf that I showed you guys in my tour. She helped me. I did it with my hands with her direction, and so
she did a great job. Much. She picked out the colors. She did fine. She did everything on her own. I'm just like, do this. She just slapped it on there. It looked fabulous.
Slapped it on. So we did this with Bobby. So this is Tarot Talk. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is we are going to draw a card, and whatever card that is, that's the topic that we're going to talk about.
Let's do it.
I think we should. I'm going to pull a card. The Two of Cups. Ooh. Look at this beautiful card. This is from Tarot of the Witches Guarded by Sasha Graham. So the Two of Cups. Marina, what does friendship mean to you?
I think friendship is, having someone that you can talk to, who's there for you, who can just listen when you need it, give advice when you know they need it, and keep a secret.
Yeah, that is so important, to keep a secret. We don't need everybody to know everything.
No.
There are things that are discussed in the cottage that stay in the cottage.
As they well should. As they well should. Because there's a lot of personal things that come out when you're, doing energy work or doing a tarot read even. I mean.
Or smoke sesh that don't need to be revealed outside of the cottage.
Exactly.
Healing sessions are like that. Things come out. And they don't need to be spread. I agree. And I think what makes a friend like a lifetime friend is that they support you through good times and through bad times. I know I have had emotional meltdowns in front of you, and I know I've had, oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever. And I've had those moments that I share with you.
Absolutely.
And you've always been supportive. So I think that is the kind of friendships that last for a really long time. We're going on 4 years now.
Oh my goodness. No. Lies.
No, it's true. It's true.
I thought it was like last year.
We've been around for a while.
4 years.
Yes.
Wow.
I've had this cottage for 3 years.
Wow.
And we were friends for a year before that.
Yeah, but when we were at, when we were at
you can scratch. I picked my nose on camera.
No, I didn't. I think I covered the mic.
Oh.
Yeah. When we were still at Strega.
You're fine. Yeah. That was 4 years ago.
Wow.
I know.
Time flies when you have good friends.
That's exactly true. Okay, now it's your turn to draw a card. I get so excited.
Ooh. 5 of Cups.
Oh.
All right. What do you feel is something that you have a strength and that you do not always, show to the world.
Strengths that I don't always show to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Everybody knows you're such a great, healer and energy worker, but yeah, what do we know is one of your strengths that you don't show everybody?
I can put things together the last minute. I don't show people that because I don't want to do that. But if no one else has things planned, I can usually like gather things together. I'm like, okay, I can do it. And usually put things together like rituals or gatherings. I can muster that strength to, all right, put my big girl panties on, and I can usually get through it if I have to. If I have to is always the caveat. If I have to, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to do it. But if I have to, I can. Don't always want to, but I put on this big smile, and I grin and bear it.
You get it done.
I get it done.
Yes, Queen.
Yes, Queen. I get it done.
You get
I get it done.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Mm.
You didn't know I was going to turn it around on you.
That I'm very good at organizing.
Mm-hmm.
Not just events.
Mm-hmm.
The closet, people. Yeah, I'm very good at organizing things because I'm really good
true.
at.
That's very, very true.
Mm-hmm. I don't always put it into play because I'm already taking in a lot and putting up.
You organize your thoughts very good too.
I try.
I think.
I try.
It all starts here.
That comes from a lot of reading though too.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. If there was an Olympic award for reading, she would get it. I swear, in book club, she reads so fast that it's like you take Audible and you turn it all the way up, and that's how fast she reads. Like I can barely keep up with you sometimes. If I have to go do something in a cottage and then come back, I'm like, how did we get 3 pages in? I just went over there. But like her brain processes it so fast, and I am in awe of that. I thought I was a fast reader. Hey. Thank you. You get the job done. All right. I'm going to draw a card now.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
Judgment. All right, let's get down to it. Judgment. My question would be in the judgment card. If you were to die today, if it was the end of the world, and they pointed the finger at you, do you think you would be doing and living your life's purpose right now today?
Yes.
Yes? Awesome.
Without hesitation. Yes. I think that yep.
I love that. I feel that that's really true about you. You are teaching. You love teaching.
I love teaching.
And I think you love what you teach too. It's not just teaching.
Yeah.
It's what you're teaching.
It's literacy. Yeah. It's teaching literacy. Yes.
She's teaching people how to read.
Mm-hmm. How to be better.
How to be
better, faster readers. Because I love reading. There's nothing better.
Teach adults.
I sure can.
See?
I sure can.
I think I'm getting there. I don't know that I'm exactly where I want to be. If they said, do you live your life's purpose right now? Are you living to your utmost potential? I'd be going,
So you feel like you could do more?
I could do more. Absolutely. I don't feel like I've reached that pinnacle. I think that I'm like that goat on the side of the mountain. Like I've almost reached it, but I'm not. I don't know that I've reached my true, but I always feel like I can outdo myself though. I have.
You always want to set the bar high. When I get that like like, and for the most part, I feel like, yes, I'm hitting it. There's some things that I would like to improve on.
Sure.
But there's always something that you want to improve on, because otherwise, why?
Overachiever, that's what it is. I
You
always
need
feel
a goal. You need a goal.
Yeah.
You need something to look forward to when you achieve it too, you know?
Right. But I do love I love teaching my craft. I love showing people what I love and sharing my passion. But I feel like there's something else that I should be doing, and I haven't quite put my finger on it. But it's something to do with sharing what I love. I just haven't quite figured it out. Maybe we'll figure it out one day soon. I know I'm getting close.
It'll happen in a meditation ceremony.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. All right, it's your turn.
Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Ooh, come to mama. All right. Oh.
I knew you were going to get that card. I knew it when I was shuffling. I'm like, that is a Marina card. It's the Hierophant. Yes.
Uh-huh. I always get, in readings too, it's always like comes up. What's your question?
What's my question? What is a moment in teaching where you have felt like not that you're not just teaching, but you're also learning from your students, where that sweet spot where you feel like you both have just kind of like, you ever had that moment, and I know you know what I'm talking about, but you're teaching and they're learning, but you're learning, and you have this moment of symbiosis where you feel like you're learning from each other and you guys are like leveling up.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. When we were talking to a student about behaviors, because sometimes we don't act the way we should.
None of us do.
Or, or live up to the expectations, which we call them expectations, not rules, but come on.
I love that.
Yeah. But I was telling a young lady that her calling someone else names is not only hurtful to her, but it's hurtful to me, because that's not who I thought she was.
Oh, so her misbehavior hurt you because you were disappointed in her, and it hurt your feelings. That's deep.
And she looked at me and she's like, Miss Glenn, I never thought of it like that.
Oh.
She goes, I'm going to go and tell all my friends that that's the right thing to do.
Oh, precious. She's got a life lesson from you.
And it just made me fit. My little Grinch heart just filled. And I was like, I have got to be more vocal about, telling them how wonderful they are, though, in the process.
Right.
Because she's one that I always, you're so smart, you're so kind, you're so considerate. And so when she said something mean to somebody, if I remember to say that to the other children, it will be more impactful when I let them know that I'm disappointed and hurt by what they've done.
There is no wonder you won an award.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Love those kids.
Wonderful. All right. Ace of Wands.
Yeah.
What has been your inspiration from the beginning? If you can talk about when you first decided to take a paintbrush to paper. Like, what inspired you to be artistic and to channel that creativity into artwork?
Because I wanted to paint something. I wanted a pretty picture. I wanted a pretty picture to hang up on the wall. And so, you're 5, 6 years old. What do you got? You don't have money.
Right.
But your parents always provide you with paints, and my mom was really good at that. She was really good at providing me with, paints, books. If I wanted more books, that's what she would do. If I wanted more paints, if I wanted more crayons, if I wanted more colored pencils, she would get that for me, and I would just go to town.
I love that.
What was your first step into tarot and to into wanting to help
into
people
tarot.
in this?
I read every like self-help book that I could because I knew there was something wrong with me. Like I knew innately there was something wrong with my thought processes. So I knew I needed help. And, my parents were like, whatever, you're just different. I'm like, yeah, but why? And so I was tired of reading self-help books. So I turned around at Barnes and Noble and I looked at New Age section and I was like, I want something hands-on. Give me specifics. And I saw this classic yellow tarot box, the classic yellow box. And next to it was a book that said, learn the tarot and fix your life or something like that. And I was like, bet. And so I bought both those things and have been using it to basically fix myself and fix other people ever since.
It worked. Thank God.
Right?
Thank God. Where is that Barnes and Noble? I'm going to send them a thank you letter.
Right?
Like, thank you for having the right book at the right time.
Exactly, because like it's self-help. Back when there wasn't like 500 different kinds of tarot, there was only one tarot.
Yeah,
it was in the New Age section.
If you were lucky.
In the how old was I? Like when I was 18, it was like 94, 93, 94. Yeah, they had a very tiny New Age section, and it was only one tarot.
I think we were much better in Colorado because I remember when I was like 17 or 18.
Oh, this is Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay, Missouri Barnes and Noble.
Okay, that makes sense because we all know Colorado's little,
Yeah, way hipper than we were.
Well, a little more liberal, let's say.
Way more liberal. Yeah.
Not as conservative.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Let's do another one.
All right.
Oh, King of Pentacles.
Ooh. He looks enticing. Like he's like, hey, look what I have for you. You gotta show him. You gotta show him this card.
Yeah, because he's a handsome
Look what I have.
Yes.
Coming to my picnic.
It's like Dionysus almost,
Right.
So when have you felt like you've had a pentacle moment?
Where I've had it all? Career? In my career? When I got this cottage. Hands down. And I'm going to get a little like, I'm choked up. I got a lump. Like Bobby says, I got a lump.
All right.
When my wife said, if we got a little like shed, you could have your office back there and you could take clients and you could actually like have a little apothecary. I was like, dream on, like that's gonna happen. And then she's like, yo, no, really, let's go look at them. And I was like, lies. She goes, no, we really can. I was like, I'm from the show me state. Let's go. And we looked around and I picked this one out and I was like, okay, I'm dreaming. She goes, no, pick the paint colors. So I was like, what? Pick the what? And so I did it. And then, we had version 1. And it wasn't until version 2, which is what we have now. If you look at the earlier videos, you see the first version. And the fact that I have a thriving business now, I have friends over to help me enjoy it, and I have clients, and I can, I have a working apothecary, and I'm here. I am here right now. This is where I know this is where I am when I find this, that true life's purpose. I know it's in here. It's doing
this
something in here. So, yeah.
Being this.
Yeah. How about you? Or did we do you for? No, we haven't. You asked me. So, when have you found your prosperity, where you found your gratitude and abundance?
I'd have to say was when the first time, it was just a moment too. Every time I go into a room, I always do the same knock. Right? Okay. So I went to knock on the classroom door, and the room was quiet. All right. And I went to knock on the classroom door, and I went doon 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 doon, and the kids in unison, in time, Miss Glenn.
Oh my gosh!
And it was, I could hear them on the other side of the door, and it was just like it was like it makes me tear up again, because it was just a moment where I was like, that is like they're excited, because you can feel that they're excited to see me. They know that I'm coming in, and they want me to be there. And I was just
they accepted you at that point, like you're in.
Like I was the end all for them right at that moment. That was my pinnacle.
That was
moment.
awesome.
Oh, beaver biscuits and turkey tofu.
Her phone went off. I love that story because, first of all, it reminds me of Roger Rabbit, because he can't stand it. He has to. I know how to get him, and he does the knocks. Yes, yes. Yep. I love it. All right, we're going to go to 10.
Okay.
So we've got 6.
Let me move them down a little bit.
Oh, Ace of Cups. Look at that beautiful
look at the crow.
Yes.
That's funny. Almost seen you.
What has been the most profound spiritual moment for you so far? Like you felt like it was a divinely timed moment in your life. If you can speak about that.
Let's see. I was performing a ritual by myself. Ooh. I was alone, and it was
you naked?
No, I was not sky clad. But if that helps with your story, yes, it
does. It's your story. Stay out of my mind.
If that helps smooth the story, then yeah, I sure was. And I was just in meditation and asking for help with something, and I was just given the answer. And at that moment, and I could feel the presence of deity in the room.
Whoa.
So it was really profound. It was really, it's overwhelming. It is quite overwhelming. I'm a person that is very in check of their emotions. I can very much control. I can control when I cry. I can control when I laugh. I'm very good at that. But no, I could not control. And I was crying like a blubbering baby. Aww. In the presence of the deity. It was just, that was pretty profound. And I got my answer.
I love that. I love that. I think mine was the first time that I led the coven as high priestess. And not that they let me, but like everything came together. And I think I was first one in the procession. And I was standing and I was getting smoke cleansed. And I opened my eyes for a minute. And I saw, and it was nighttime and the lights were all on. And I saw people still like coming around. And like, I think it was a Samhain. And I was seeing people all lined up. And I was like, I started this. And I can't even I'm getting excited. I did that. I started this. In Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. And it was like that. I created this. Listen, in high school, I got made fun of. I hosted parties. Nobody came. So I hosted a party and people came and they let me lead them in a ritual. Like, what? It was crazy. And I felt like I was meant to lead that group, and they're still letting me lead them. Like, what? So yeah, I think I come out of my body at when things like that, when I see how many people have gathered here, it's just, I can't even process it. We almost ran out of room last midsummer in the circle.
I know.
Yeah. What? And yeah, so
that's gonna have to be on the outer part,
right? Like, we don't have an inner and outer circle, like, for like privacy reasons, but like room reasons, we don't have that much room. But yeah, the fact that I feel like Sally Field, they love me, they really love me. And it's like it's very humbling to know that people gather because I have a place and they feel comfortable and welcome and safe to practice their art,
to practice their spiritual.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
You are absolutely right.
I love it. I was there. Yes, that was deep.
Yes, it was.
I felt it in my solar plexus. Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, it's my turn.
Your draw. Yes.
I'm drawing.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a fun time.
I hope you're having fun.
I hope you're
enjoying it too. I hope
you guys are having fun.
Are you having fun?
I'm having fun. Yes. Are you having fun?
You better be having fun.
Okay.
Don't switch off.
Oh, ooh, the Page of Cups.
Page of Cups. I love the Page of Cups. It's all like new energy and yeah, I love the Page of Cups.
So, when have you started a new relationship that led you down a different path, led you to a different point of view?
Led me to a different point of view. I'm gonna have to say, moving down here and living with my wife. I married my best friend is what happened. And I'm from Missouri, and I could not have this. First of all, being married to a woman in Missouri,
they're very conservative.
Could you? Yes. Would we probably get looks? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I also could not practice my spirituality down here. I could not have my business down here. I couldn't have anything that I have down here the way that I have it. It would have to be very incognito, very secretive. It's just not as accepted as it is here. And so I would have to say that. I mean, the move down here, finding a spirituality, finding a place where I felt safe to open up and practice, has been very much a Page of Cups experience for me.
Well, why do you think that is? Why do you think it's different than
conservative people? I think politics, culture. I think people are more welcoming down here than over there. Which
I think a part of it has to do with we are a military town too.
Yeah.
So there's always people coming and going. So you don't have a lot of time to, be hateful. If you want to have friends, you just kind of have to accept people as they are. And
I think it has a lot to do with like Pacific Coast being a lot more open to sexuality and to alternative lifestyles as a whole than right in the middle of USA. Smack dab in the middle of USA.
Right.
So
it takes longer to get stuff there.
Really does. I was like, oh, have you heard this song? I'd be talking to my wife, on a video chat. I'm like, have you heard this song? She goes, oh my God, that's so overplayed. Like, that's like 2 years old. I'm like, what? I just heard it yesterday. And she's like, oh my God, they play the shit out of it. And I'm like, This is the first time I've heard it. So, yeah, we're a little slow on things. Slow on the uptake.
It happens.
When have you had your Page of Cups experience?
That changed my point of view.
That changed your point of view on things.
I'm pretty stubborn, so there's few people that can really change my point of view. But I'll have to say that the more witches that I meet, I'll have to say, the more accepting that I feel, the more open I am to showing who I really am. That's because I don't like to show who I really am sometimes. I like to be I feel like sometimes I have a persona, and it's not that I'm putting on a mask. It's just that it's something that helps protect me from too much inundation of other people's feelings, because I am such an open empath. So I do have a persona, and it helps people come to me too, because I have people that are drawn to me all the time. So I do have to have a persona to protect myself from certain
We're not
energy.
an open advice all the time kind of person. And a lot of people really will take advantage of that if you let that show.
Exactly. So I have to, you have to.
It's not a free advice sign here.
But the more I'm around witches, because they don't expect you to do any, but it feels good to heal too. So there is that.
Yeah.
Dichotomy.
Just because we can doesn't mean we do all the time.
It's
set an appointment.
It's energy sapping. It really is energy sapping.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. All right, 2 more. Here we go. I'm going to get a good one. They're all good. There's no bad tarot cards. The Empress. Oh boy.
She shows up a lot for me too. Dang.
Okay.
Look at her.
Yeah.
Look at her.
So beautiful. She's so fun. Do you feel like that you want to ever have children of your own, or adopt children, or or be an auntie, or anything like that? Do you have that urge, that nurturing urge to be a mother?
Sometimes, and then I go to school.
She's like, I have children.
I do.
And then I say goodbye to them at the end of the day.
I think that's a reason why I did become a teacher too, is because I have that nurturing aspect. And it's much easier. It's much easier to love and nurture children than it is adults. I mean, because it just is. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Don't be sorry. I think that's great. Yeah.
And it's easier to shape those little minds.
You can see them when you've had your coffee and say goodbye to them at the end of the day. You don't have to worry about putting them to bed.
I don't have, or fighting with them to go to take a bath. Oh my gosh.
Yep. But you still have fights with them and trying to get them to do things. And
if I get crazy, I can go spend the night with my nieces.
Exactly.
It'd be like, oh yeah, that's right. I don't have children for a reason.
I love that.
Yeah.
I wanted children as soon as I graduated high school. I had baby fever, and as soon as I graduated, I went to college for like a year, and I was like, nope, I don't want to go to college. I want to have children. And my boyfriend, my high school sweetheart, he and I broke up. And I was like, okay, who's going to give me children now?
Oh.
And so then I quickly got into another relationship.
Oh.
And we got married very quickly, and then had children very quickly. And now I have 2 wonderful children, but I'm no longer with that person because we didn't really know each other very well. I mean, but I have no regrets because I love my boys.
That's also a lesson in you get exactly what you asked the universe for, which she got.
I wanted
she got
kids.
Children.
And
she
I
got
got them.
children.
And now I have grandkids.
She forgot to ask for a partner that would help her raise those children.
I didn't finish the sentence.
The universe stopped listening.
Yep. I didn't say anything about the perfect mate. I just said I want kids.
It happens to me too.
And I got them, and they're perfect. I love them so much.
It happened to me too. So.
Wouldn't change a thing.
You see? Mm-hmm.
I hope they're watching. I'm going to make a reel out of this and make sure they watch it.
Those wonderful, perfect children. All right.
2 boys, Cameron and Chandler, and I love them dearly. Uh-oh, this is the last one.
King of Wands. Look at him and all his superiority. With a body.
Oh, I love his horns.
Oh, when do you feel you last ruled?
I rule every day. What is the question? When I last ruled what?
When you last felt like you reigned over like a situation, like you just owned it, you took control, and you made it better.
Okay. Well, dang, we're gonna get deep. All right. Well, not deep, but we're gonna get in the muck a little. Well, I didn't do it, but when I had to bring in a coven member whose job was to put on the horns, but when I had the last straw and I had to remove a coven member that was being a toxic coven member, and when I had to put those horns on as high priestess and say, I had to delegate because I'm not good with confrontation. In fact, I just crumble. I can't do it. I can, but it's very, very stressful, and I do not handle anxiety. I'm on medication for it. I can't. So we have a coven member that it is his job to take care of these problems for me. And he does an amazing job at it. He loves confrontation. Like, let me have it. So, yeah, I felt like getting me to that decision was extremely hard. But once I made it, I felt so much better. And then after that decision was made, then my horns came on and I did a lovely protection spell for the rest of the coven. That is, if you watched my coven and garden tour, it is buried in the middle of the ritual circle. Rains on. Yep. It was a very powerful spell. It is buried in the middle of the circle, and I envisioned all of the coven all around me as part of that spell. So that's when I had to put my big girl panties on and my horns, my antlers, and protected this space from anybody toxic that tries to come in here.
We don't need it.
You will not be welcomed.
We don't need it.
Nope.
Negative.
How about you? I bet you have to do this with your students.
I do. Well, I'll tell you. This is
Or do you have another story to tell?
Well, yeah, because I used to work as a dispatcher for Super Shuttle, excuse me. And yep, and a lot of those drivers were men of Arab descent. Or Indian descent. And so they certainly did not like to listen to a woman. And when we have what we call a mass exodus from downtown Denver to the airport, and we're talking like 10,000 people we have got to get from downtown Denver to flights at the airport. And I had to and I came in like the queen I am. And I said, this is what's happening. If you don't like it, go home.
Oh, dang.
I was not messing around.
Whew.
I was not messing around because you're here to make money. I'm here to make you money. And the way we make that money is getting these people to the airport. So shut up and do your job or go home.
Nice. Dang. Oh, yeah.
And then I moved 10,000 people from downtown Denver to the airport in 2 hours. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, dang. Wow. Okay. So we have our reading here, our 10 card reading. So, would you like to start and then I'll finish?
All right. So 2 of Cups. This is you. This is you are finding a nice little partnership. You are enjoying your partnership, I think, more than anything right now. 5 of Cups. Don't forget the things that you can do well. Please and thank you, because you do several things well.
Thank you.
And we need you to continue to do those things well.
Oh, don't you make me cry.
Okay, right? No lumps.
Don't you do it.
No lumps in this mashed potato.
I have mascara and eyeliner on today. Don't do it.
You're looking the part, man. Okay.
I'm tired.
Judgment. You, if they came down today, you would pass the judgment. You're ready, sweetheart. You know what's what. You're good at all things, sweetheart.
Bless your heart.
The Hierophant. I feel like in this card, I'm seeing that you're ready to open the door to more wisdom to everybody else. You're not a gatekeeper.
No.
You're a door opener. You want to make sure that they understand this is where you can find the wisdom here. Please.
I love that.
And then the Ace of Wands. Don't forget what drives you.
Yeah, my passions.
Don't forget what drives you, and make sure that you stir that ember every now and then.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to help you stay grounded too, and continue forward doing what you want to do and what you love to do.
I think that is indicating that I love teaching what I'm passionate about. And the further away I get from that, the more I feel like I'm not doing what I truly love.
Yeah.
And this is why we're such friends. Teachers are always going to be friends. Teachers are always going to be friends. All right, then for you have found your abundance. You have found where you're supposed to be, and you are sitting pretty right where you are. You just won an award for it. This is where you get paid in accolades, not necessarily in dollars and riches. You get paid in accolades, and not just from your employees, but from your kids. They make your heart sing. Your spiritual moments, the things that really make your heart sing and make fill your cup is making a difference in people's lives. If you can touch other people's lives in any way, whether that's through spirituality, whether that's through art, or whether that's through teaching, it doesn't matter. If you can touch them, you've done your part.
Absolutely.
With the Page of Cups, you never stop, seeing things in a different perspective. You want to always give that benefit of the doubt to people. And I think that's what makes you get along with so many people, is that you try to see everything from their point of view. You give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You're definitely a mom to your kids at school, and to the kids that you adopt we have some kids in our coven, and they look up to you as a sort of mom too. And in your family, when you go to see your nieces and nephews, you have that mom energy. You take care and you nurture and you love that way. And I think that is amazing. And I think the most wonderful thing about you is that you are not a doormat. You will never let people walk all over you, because if people walk all over you, they're going to get hurt by those antlers. They're going to get hurt by those horns, because
if I get quiet,
yeah, run. Watch it. And I think I've always had a protective friend around me, because they kind of stand up for me, because I'm not good at standing up for myself. And I think there's always a role that people play around me, and I think you're one of them for me. But you remind me to stand up for myself too. You're like, don't put up with that. You don't have to put up with that.
Say what you got to say about it.
Yes.
I'm right here to back you up.
Absolutely. Well, that was the Tarot of the Witch's Garden on Tarot Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a good time.
We had fun.
This was just something I came up with that is just a nice little way to have a conversation. And yeah.
And learn more about your tarot cards.
Yeah, learn more about your tarot cards and learn more about each other. And it's kind of fun. So yeah, I'm going to have Ashley. She's going to be playing that game. Yes. And
she'll be great at it.
Yeah, we'll probably do the Murder of Crows when she does it, because, she loves that deck. So, yeah.
We could get Allie sometime, too.
Yeah, I would love to get Allie to do that.
I'd watch that episode more than once.
Yeah. We're going to put that bug in her ear.
Must-see TV.
Yes. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like this, share it, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content. I have my tarot series, 1 card and 4 decks, that's happening. I have my magical plant series that's going on as well. I also review decks all the time. So that is always going on. You can always go to my website. You can shop my herbal store, and you can also sign up for classes there. And workshops are always ongoing, so there's always that. If you'd like to financially support this channel, you can buy me a coffee down in the description box below. Other than that, live your best life and live for yourself. We'll see you next time. Bye.